So what I'm doing right now is I'm just measuring how much water we actually got this month in this bottle. This bottle that's behind my knee that you can't see, right here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put it in our sample bottle and take this away. This part's not that thrilling. And I usually use the leftover water and like sort of rinse off wherever the water would have gone, just to, forget about that. This is boring and repetitive, and you probably could edit it out. So what I'm actually measuring, I'm just measuring the volume right now, and then back in the lab I look at the oxygen isotopic content of the water, and that lets me know what season the water actually fell in. So if it fell in winter, it has a different chemical or isotopic composition than if it fell during summer. And this cave actually we recently found out, and these are breaking results, so we're not supposed to share them like really publicly yet, but it's cool. That this cave actually does see the monsoon water, which makes it very different from Bell's. Bell's doesn't really see any monsoon water at all. It's basically winter all the time, which is really interesting because they're in the same climate, they're right next to each other. They should see pretty much the same water, but they don't. So it's one of the things that we're working to figure out is sort of how the system works and why Arnhem gets different contributions of summer and winter water than Bell's does. So, thrilling. I think it's thrilling. And yet again, I'm like sitting in the water that I just dumped. So it makes me feel really stupid. And that just is ready for the next month. And then the last thing that I do is we're really worried about evaporation from the bottle because that will change the isotopic and the chemical composition. And so we put this nifty parafilm stuff around the edge of the bottle, around the top, so that it doesn't leak. Fine motor skills leave me when I'm talking to you. There we go. So there we go, and I just take that back to lab, so it is.
Maybe one.
Okay, so the other thing that I'm doing right now is looking at the chemical composition of the calcite that forms from the modern water. So I have a little plate over here, and I just picked up the plate that's been here for the last 6 weeks. And if you'll notice, I don't know if you probably can't see that, but there's like a little white spot on there where calcite formed. So that's calcite that formed, in the last 6 weeks. It's really young. So I'm just going to go ahead and scrape it off and put it in a little vial, and then take that back to the lab and test it for the same things that I'm testing in the water.
Yeah.
And
There you go, Dan.
it requires some fine motor skills. If I messed up and I didn't adequately put it back where it belongs, the flame's too high now. You're filming this? No. Maybe I think the secret spot is the hot spot somewhere over there. Yeah, no.